What is up, guys? This is Swift coming at you with a special video. So, before I went to work last night, I was watching some YouTube as usual, and I came across Captain8Bit's video. I watch a lot of their stuff actually, but I actually came across his gaming sacrifice video where he's actually going to eBay, well not eBay, but he's going to sell off his copy, a production copy of Flintstones 13, basically the 13th copy of that, which there may only well be 13 copies, and it reminded me of a gaming sacrifice that I had to make a long time ago that would severely benefit my life. And it's a bittersweet thing, it really is. So I wanted to talk about that. I actually had to make a list of the stuff that I had to sell. And the story is this. When I was 15, my mom passed away in a car accident, and from there I was bouncing from family member to family member. And I actually did about 5 years of construction before I decided, hey, it's time to go to college. It's time to make my mom happy, because before she passed away, she was working at 2 fast food restaurants, and she was always preaching to me the importance of education, and I was just skipping school and doing stupid shit. When she passed away, I realized that I was eventually going to get that education, and after 5 years of construction, I decided that it was time. So, long story short, I enrolled into GED classes, got a GED, went to community college, Santa Fe Community College in Gainesville, Florida, graduated there, and then my next step was the University of South Florida in Tampa. However, I was living in Hawthorne, Florida, a very small podunk country town. No internet. I mean, they had internet, but it wasn't high speed. It was dial-up. It was terrible. I mean, the town was very depressing for me. It was just a town that I knew I couldn't live my life in. I have a country family, but I'm not a very country person myself. I knew the city was the place that I wanted to be, and college was that avenue to get me there. So I had amassed a pretty good gaming collection, a lot of old school games from America and some Japanese consoles, a lot, which I ended up selling in order to get myself to Tampa to go to the University of South Florida. Now, like I said, it was bittersweet because in one moment, in one way, you know, here's my gaming collection that I had worked so hard to collect. It was things that I was so proud of, memories from the past. You know, I'm 31 years old. Yeah, I'm going over the hill and about to fall down it, but that was my childhood in that collection, and it meant so much to me to finally be able to put this collection together, and I was still working on it. And it came to the point where I was accepted to the University of South Florida and not the University of Florida because I didn't have a second language, which I was unaware that I needed until it was too late. So I got a provisional acceptance to the University of South Florida. However, that's 2 hours away from Hawthorne, Florida, so I had to come up with some money in order to get myself a place to live. So I decided the only thing I could do was auction off my collection, and it was, like I said, very bittersweet. It was tough to do because these are things that meant so much to me. And I just wanted to list a couple of things that I auctioned off to get myself to Tampa. I mean, and I'm using the word bittersweet yet again, and let me explain why. And it's bitter because I had to get rid of that stuff, but sweet because that collection provided me with the finances I needed to continue my education and to further develop myself and become, you know, an educated person and become somebody who can eventually create a new collection in the future. And I'm actually making this video. I've just obtained my master's degree, and I'm looking for a better job so I can finally support my gaming collection habits and regain all these items on this list that I had to sell to get to the University of South Florida. So Billy, I know how you feel, man. It's wild, but you know, you're making the right choice. You're doing something for the greater good of your channel and yourself and your friends. And as hard as it is, man, I've been there, and I know how you feel. Although the things I've sold weren't quite as rare as what you have, they still meant a lot to me. And they came up to be a lot of money. Now, I had a top-loading Nintendo Entertainment System with the dog bone controller, the original, not the cheap knockoff shit, the real top-loader NES, which at the time was going for a couple $100. And if you had the dog bone controller, that added a little bit to it. Of course, I also had the classic NES. I had Mega Man 1 through 6, all the cartridges. None of them were in box, but still, to me, to have the whole collection in cartridge form in my hand was just a beautiful thing. I had the Ninja Gaiden collection, you know, 1 through 3 as well, and I had a little over 40 games. I mean, it wasn't a huge collection like you see in some people's videos, like Pete Dorr and you know, Omega Sin. I mean, it's not a collection like that, but for me, it was the beginning of something that I was so happy to have. I mean, I was so happy to have this collection, and to lose it like that, it was tough. But I knew that it was the best thing. It was the best thing to do. It was going to get me on my own, not living under someone else's roof, living in a new city, going to college and making something out of myself where most people in my family had failed. You know, they stuck in that same town and they made fools out of themselves, to be honest. You know, most of my family, while they're good people, they're just not they're not doing the right things with their lives. And I didn't want to be stuck there. I didn't want to be that person who never made anything out of themselves. I owed it to myself and to my mother to continue this education. And so now what I've just explained to you was the top-loading NES and the classic NES, which are American consoles. I also had a twin Famicom console, which was like $300 or $400 to buy it. I mean, it's a beautiful console. You're going to see some pictures on this side, maybe this side, I'm not sure yet because I haven't put them in. But the twin Famicom was basically a combination of a Famicom and the Famicom disk system in one unit. And I had the black one with the red trim. It was a beautiful console. I also sold the Famicom, the regular Famicom, and a working disk system, which took me forever to find. I mean, the working disk system is tough to find because a lot of the ones out there don't work. And for that, I got the disk system especially for the original Super Mario Bros. 2. And what was quite odd to me is whenever I popped the Super Mario Bros. 2 disc into the Famicom, the disk system, which I had before the twin Famicom, it was Mario the Lost Levels. So I'd already played it before, I just didn't realize that's what it was. But either way, to have that cartridge, to have it, it was like a disc, a floppy disk, to have that in my hands, it was such a beautiful thing, and I was so proud of that. And I also auctioned off a Super Famicom. I had an inbox Chrono Trigger from Japan with it as well. And to get rid of all this stuff was very difficult because I didn't just sell it all to one person. I had to box up each individual item and sell it to people across the world on eBay. So each time I would pack a box up, I would say, you know what, like, I'm going to get this back. What I'm doing here is for the better of my life, and I will get this stuff back one day. And right now, as I record this video, with a master's degree, I'm looking for a job, and I will get this stuff back. So anyways, I'm kind of all over the board. I just got off of work and I'm a little bit tired, but I just wanted to make this video and let you know, Billy, that you're not alone. A lot of people have had to make gaming sacrifices to better their lives, their channels, whatever it may be. But I'll tell you what, man, like, I think this is a good idea, and you may not get that back because that is so rare, but you will get something back for it. You will get a reward, man. And so hold your head up, because your channel is amazing the way it is, and I couldn't imagine it getting any better. But you're like me, you always want to make it better. You're never happy with what it is. You always want to keep going higher and higher because you want your fans to be happy. And it's like me. I mean, I spend hours editing videos. Hours. I do stupid shit that people would not normally do when they edit their gameplay and their LP walkthroughs, because I want it to be original. I want it to be something different, something that people haven't seen before. Yeah, they may have seen that game walkthrough, but have they seen the same thing with no loading times, with slow motion, with, you know, special effects like slow motion? I don't know. I'm still working on, you know, my Vegas skills, but I think, you know, we strive to become better, and sometimes we have to make sacrifices in order to reach our own bar. So anyways, I just wanted to let you know that your video inspired me, and it reminded me of the journey that I made and the gaming sacrifices I had to make to get where I'm at today. Looking back, I wouldn't have changed it. I'm very happy that I had that gaming collection, because if it wasn't for that gaming collection, I would have never been able to move to Tampa and go to the University of South Florida. Therefore, would have never been able to get a bachelor's degree and eventually my master's degree, which I just obtained in December. So while right now it may be very depressing to you, think about what you're going to get from it. And you can think about that now, but as time goes on, it'll start to become evident what you get from it. So I wish you the best. If I had any money, I would bid on it myself, but right now I'm pretty broke. I'm working at a pretty dead-end job until I find the career that I'm searching for. So I wish you the best. I hope this thing goes for big dollars, and that it helps you guys get the equipment that you need. Anyways, much love from Gaming with Swift, Captain8Bit, Billy. You guys are amazing. And I just want you to know that I always watch your videos, and my heart is with you guys. Thanks a lot for watching this, and stay tuned if you'd like for more gaming footage on Gaming with Swift and more epic game chasers, because that's how game chasing go. Peace.